I bet you think you're John Wayne, showing up and shooting down everybody. You're classic in the wrong way, and we all know the end of the story, 'cause everyone knows someone who kills the buzz every time they open up their mouths. And everyone knows someone who knows someone who thinks they're cooler than everybody else. And I think we've seen enough to know that you ain't ever gonna come down. So why don't you giddy up, and ride straight out of this town, you and your high horse. Oh, you and your high horse. Hey guys, thanks for checking out this guitar lesson for High Horse by Kacey Musgraves. Thanks a lot to all the great response I've gotten from these Kacey lessons. I do love all these songs on this album, so I'm happy to keep doing them. As long as you guys are watching, I'll keep making them. So yeah, this is High Horse. You start with the capo on the 2nd fret, and now let's learn some chords. So the first chord is F, and I play that in this song with ring finger on the 3rd fret of D, middle finger on the 2nd fret of G, and then I have index on the 1st fret of both B and high E. So the next chord is G. It's barely played, but it's just kind of walking your way to A minor. You'll see in the verse. But anyway, the way I play that in this song is ring finger on the 3rd fret of low E, middle finger on the 2nd fret of A, and then I have pinky on the 3rd fret of high E. And then the next chord is A minor, like I was saying. You play that with middle finger on the 2nd fret of D, ring on the 2nd of G, and then index on the 1st of B. And the next chord is E minor, and I play that with middle finger on the 2nd fret of A, and ring on the 2nd of D. Alright, so the next chord is D minor, and I play that with middle finger on the 2nd fret of G, ring on the 3rd fret of B, and then index on the 1st fret of high E. So the last chord for the song is E7, and I play that with middle finger on the 2nd fret of A, and then index on the 1st fret of G. Alright, so we know all the chords. Now let's get into the strumming patterns. And I did say multiple. There are a couple different patterns based on the different parts of the song. So the first part is the verse. And this pattern is also for the first half of the chorus. The chorus is split into 2 halves. Once you get into the high horse, that part, the strumming pattern is a little different, but this pattern works for that first part, split into 8th notes. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And the way we're going to do it is down up on one end, and then you end the measure with up down up. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So yeah, you'll hear me playing that for the verses, but also for the first half of the chorus. So the next part is used for the pre-chorus and for this kind of bridge at the end. You'll take the high horse and I'll take the high road. So yeah, for both. The way this works is kind of interesting. You start off by just strumming on 1 to start the phrase, but really the pattern is that end at the end. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So yeah, it's a little tricky. The pattern for the verse also works for this part, but yeah, that's what they're actually doing in the song. So yeah, you could do either. So the last strumming pattern is for the second half of the chorus, the high horse part. And it's just classic Kacey. You'll hear it on every song. It's just down, up for every 8th note. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Alright, so yeah, those are the 3 strumming patterns. You got the chords, capo on the 2nd fret. Let's just run through it. I bet you think you're John Wayne, showing up and shooting down everybody. You're classic in the wrong way, and we all know the end of the story, 'cause everyone knows someone who kills the buzz every time they open up their mouths. And everyone knows someone who knows someone who thinks they're cooler than everybody else. And I think we've seen enough to know that you ain't ever gonna come down. So why don't you giddy up and ride straight out of this town, you and your high horse. Oh, you and your high horse. Alright, please pardon my singing. I'm no Kacey. Thanks a lot for watching. If you guys have any more questions, please leave them down below. And make sure to subscribe so you catch all the lessons to come. I put out a lesson every Monday and Thursday. And the Thursday one is voted by you guys in the polls. So make sure you check that out. Alright, thanks guys.